Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, WWE Crown Jewel 2021. Of all the Saudi Arabia shows that WWE's done, I've watched them all. I've watched everything WWE's done over the last few years. This one wasn't horrible. It was good, actually. Some really good matches on it, I thought. Overall, vibe of the show was good. Obviously, those hills and valleys when it comes to WWE. I liked what New Japan does and what AEW does, where you build a card, you try to build it up like you're going up a hill, like up a hill, versus the hills and the valleys. That's the only thing that it's like okay, cool, whatever. I know the good part about the hills and valleys, like WWE does, is it gives you time to maybe if you're enjoying the show, stop and get something to eat or whatever. There's a lot of downtime in the show. If you look on Peacock, it is 4 hours and 7 minutes. There was 2 hours and 7 minutes of actual wrestling. That's 2 hours of filling. That was a lot of buffer. Whew. This card could have been less than 3 hours, easy. But yeah, that was my day. So luckily I was doing some other things during the day, so it wasn't as didn't realize it was going on that long. So first match with the pre-show, we had a tag match with the Hurt Business who were back together, Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Which, the storyline of those two kind of like, what? You were together, you break up feud, now you're back together like you're best friends again. Whatever. So it's Her Business versus the Usos. Why the Usos weren't on the main card, I'll never understand. But they weren't. These little 9 and 10 minute matches WWE loves to do. Yeah, you can get a few things in that time frame, but you're not building that match up. So when I go to star rate a match, a 10-minute match is basic match, 3-star match, This match was pretty much basic. It was pretty much the Usos got in all their moves. Cedric and Shelton got in all their moves. 10 minutes later, we're done. I give it 3 1/4. The Usos got the victory. Hell in the Cell started it. Edge, Seth Rollins. The 7-year-long feud. Really, guys? Come on, WWE. Yes, that started back in 2014 when Edge was not cleared, was not able to do any bumps at all, and you go to curb stomp him. Like, I don't even remember who stopped it. Seth Rollins didn't curb stomp him. We fast forward now to here we are, what they've been doing over the last few months, which I think the story's been good. Edge Light, Edge Jr. kind of deal. It's like, it's kind of fitting because it kind of is. But overall, I've liked the storyline they've gone. And just Edge coming out there after Seth Rollins showing up at his house. And he goes, Seth, you, me, Hell in a Cell. I mean, that's perfect bill for it. Match-wise, it's good. Really good. 28 minutes. What was it was your typical Hell in a Cell. They started you did the outside. You had your chairs spots. You had your table spots. Edge pulled a ladder out at one point. Oh, okay. So everything Edge has ever really done, TLC to Hell in a Cell. I mean, he had a great Hell in a Cell versus Undertaker. So yeah, I mean, he's done Hell in a Cell before. A couple notable spots on this. At one point, Seth wrapped a chain around his foot and then kicked Edge in the face with a chain wrapped around his boot. I'm like, that's kind of fitting. Edge did a curb stomp on a chair right before they get the pinfall. Ed speared him, went for the pin, then ended up doing the curb stomp on a chair, which using his dude's own move to beat him. That was pretty sweet. But yeah, Edge got the victory there. I give it 4-star. I thought it was great. I've seen some things online 3 3/4, but hey, one thing about star rating professional wrestling matches, most of it's opinion. It's 90% opinion, 10% fact. The fact is, this was a good match. The fact is, this match was Hell in a Cell, Edge versus Seth Rollins. Edge won. The opinion part of it is, I say it was 4-star. Somebody else may say it was 2-star. But it's like whoever, I can look at 5 different people that star rate matches, and some of them I agree with, some of them I don't. Maybe I'm a 1/4 star either way with them. But again, it's my opinion. Just like people crap on Dave Meltzer for it, and I'm personally done it as well. He gives me 7-star matches. Dude, it's not a 7-star match. It's a 5-star system that you created. But whatever, dude. I really want to see his outcome in this match, kind of get an idea, I look at 411 Mania. Those guys, I think, were 3 3/4. I was at 4, so it's pretty close. But I enjoyed it. It was a great starter match. Then we went to Mustafa Ali versus Mansoor. One thing they pointed out, the first Arabic wrestlers to face one another at a pay-per-view. What? I've never heard a stat like that before, and I thought that was kind of unique. Obviously, we all know Mansoor was teaming with Mustafa Ali. Mansoor from Saudi Arabia, from Reno, whatever the city is, this show was in. Renault, I think it was called Renault, whatever. But yeah, he's from there. Got a big pop. He's won the Battle Royal there before. He's won matches there. You kind of knew going into this show that he was going to win, which he did. He did get the pinfall there on Mustafa Ali, 9 minute match. I give it 3 stars. It was a good little match. It was one of those typical pre-show Raw matches. It was a good Raw match. Next up, we had the Raw Tag Titles on the line. We had champions RK Bro versus AJ Styles and Omos. Randy came out and did his normal pose. His music hit, no Riddle. No Riddle at all. Finally, Riddle comes out riding a camel. Yeah, you heard that. Riddle came out riding a camel. That was just like, boop, okay, there you go. That's it. Boom, right there. What's just sad about this? It's a 9 minute match for the tag titles. But yet, you have the 15-time heavyweight champion Randy Orton, and you have a 3-time Grand Slam winner, the phenomenal AJ Styles, in a tag match. RK Bro and Omos and AJ. Why are we wasting AJ Styles and Randy Orton? First thing I thought of this match as this match was going on, why are we wasting Randy Orton and AJ Styles? It's just, the match was, Omos is, the Great Khali is who Omos reminds me of. But RK Bro did get the victory here. Again, 9 minutes. I give it 2 3/4 star. It was there. What's really funny now is they started showing the video package and put the logo up for Smackdown Women's Title Triple Threat match. Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch. Just interviewed Becky Lynch. Was literally talking about this match. Cut to the Queen of the Ring tournament. Okay. So we had the Queen of the Ring tournament, Zelina Vega versus Doudrop. So, trash is not even the right word for this. You have 2 different wrestlers. Completely wrestlers here. Legit, real life, typically one's going to beat the other. We kind of know that. But we have Zelina Vega go over on Doudrop in 5 minutes. Yeah, that's 5 minutes of my life I will not get back. It was trash. I give it 2 star. Again, I've seen 1 3/4 star online, but it just was like, what? Why? Yeah, I mean, Queen Zelina Vega, that's cool. I'm fine with that. They fired her, re-signed her. Her fiance works for AEW, Malachi Black. So that's cool. That's fine. She's a good, decent wrestler. Next up, we had the No Holds Barred. Can anyone tell me a match that Bobby Lashley and Goldberg have had where there has been a hold that was barred? Like you couldn't use a spear, you couldn't use a jackhammer. So, no holds barred means there are no holds you can't use. But there's never been a barred hold match. What does it say? No DQ or something like that. Falls count anywhere. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, this was just hard to watch, part of it was. You had tables get involved, which you kind of knew they would, which is fine. I'm all for that. But at first it starts in the ring. I'm like, this falls count anywhere. What the fuck? So yeah, I'm watching. Okay, we'll see what happens. Starts in the ring. Okay, fine. Bobby Lashley gets chair out. Okay, whatever. Um, brings a table in the ring. Lines the table up to the side of the ring. Okay, he's gonna spear him. I mean, he was Bobby Lashley was really working on Goldberg's knee, and Goldberg was kind of limping a little bit. I'm gonna spear him through the table. He went. Bobby Lashley went to spear him, and Goldberg just stepped away. Bobby Lashley speared himself through the table. Okay, that happened. Um, they brawled a little bit on the outside, used the steps. They had Goldberg laying on the steps. Bobby Lashley went to hit. No, it was Goldberg went to hit Bobby Lashley on the steps because he had the steps came apart. He had Bobby laying there, and Goldberg went to hit him, and Bobby moved. Yeah, that happened. I'm like, really? Actually, make these moves happen. So they start fighting up the ramp. Of course, Hurt Business comes out with kendo sticks. They have kendo stick chairs. I think they have kendo sticks, if I remember correctly. You don't hold it like this, like I'm gonna hit you, and then he kicked him and knocked him down and got by him. I'm like, that was dumb. The really only huge spot in this, they were standing up by the stage. Can't talk. They were up the ramp by the stage. Goldberg speared Bobby Lashley off the stage through a table and got the pinfall right there. Yeah, I give it 2.25. It was 11 minutes long. That's Goldberg's longest match in a while, probably. But it's like Goldberg does not need to be here, people. Come on. Hey, this guy wasn't there. Oh, that's right. Kevin Owens is leaving, so you're not going to bring him in big spots. But it's like the number of roster that wasn't there, but you put Goldberg there. I mean, ugh. Yeah, that happened. And then we had the King of the Ring tournament. The Prince, Finn Balor versus Xavier Woods. Okay, why wouldn't you go ahead and do the bracket so maybe you do Kofi versus Xavier's finals? New Day versus New Day? That'd be cool. Why Finn Balor? Why put Balor in this spot? Unless he's going to win. This match was really nothing. Just a Raw match. 10 minutes. Xavier going over. That was cool. King Xavier, I like that. But what does it do for him? Used to, back in the day, King of the Ring got title shot at SummerSlam. That's how, boom, Austin 316 was made. Austin 316 says, I just whoop your ass. Well, what happened on Monday Night Raw the next night? 1,316 signs. What happened at SummerSlam that year? Yep, that's right. Stone Cold got a title match. The birth of Stone Cold Steve Austin. But what are we going to do with Xavier? King Xavier. King Woods for the next year or two. I mean, Corbin had for what, 2 years? He was king and he gave us Nakamura and the Nakamura retired. I mean, really? Yeah, 10 minutes, 3-star match. Xavier Woods is king. Zelina Vega is queen. Yippee-ki-yay, yay, yay. Now, next up, we had the WWE title line. We had champion Big E taking on Drew McIntyre. I like the shake-up a little bit because you have the Big E's of the world, the Drew McIntyres. Finn Balor, I believe, is on Raw. Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins. These kind of guys going for the title that should have it. You don't need a Bobby Lashley as your champion. You don't need a Goldberg or a Brock Lesnar. Those guys don't need to be your champion. This match was pretty decent. Again, short, 13 minutes. I mean, do 20 or more. Come on, guys. These two guys can go. Just your basic match, really. I mean, nothing big about it. Big E got the victory. I ended up giving it 3.5 star. I mean, it was enjoyable. It was good. It was watchable. But other than that, nothing major really happened. Just your typical match. It would have been a great Raw match. Then we had the triple threat match for the Smackdown Women's title. Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. So, Becky Lynch is the SmackDown Women's Champion. She was drafted to Raw. The Raw Women's Champion was drafted to SmackDown. We had Who does Charlotte face at Raw this past week? Let me find Monday Night Raw. Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's title on Raw. Sasha and Bianca are both... No, Becky and Bianca are both on Raw. Sasha's on Smackdown. Logic would tell you, since Charlotte's leaving Raw, maybe, just maybe, she needs to drop the title, a Raw Women's title. And then Becky Lynch is the SmackDown Women's Champion who's going to Raw. Maybe we have her drop the SmackDown title to a SmackDown wrestler, Sasha Banks. So we have actually three of the most talented women in WWE here. This match was freaking phenomenal, I thought. Every woman got their spots in. They showed how powerful Becky was. There was a double crossface, or double disarmor. Becky had on Bianca and on Sasha. Bianca picked both of them up to get out of the move. I mean, that was like, whoa. I mean, they just put off how powerful Bianca was. I'm like, okay, you build her up at Mania. She won the Rumble. She won at Mania. You got to build her up, right? Nope. Each woman got in their spots, what they're known for, got their work in. I mean, they did give the match a little bit of time. It was what? 18 minutes? For a triple threat's not bad. I ended up giving it 3.5. It was a good match. Becky got a roll up on Sasha while in the ropes. Becky had her feet on the ropes, in the ropes, rolling up Sasha. Triple threat, no disqualification. I get it. I'm fine with that. I just painting the picture here. So now we have your SmackDown Women's Champion, Monday Night Raw, Becky Lynch. Your Raw Women's Champion, Friday Night SmackDown, Charlotte Flair. I seen a note online. Somebody goes, all they got to do is change the color of the belts. So your Raw title will stay on SmackDown. Your SmackDown title will stay on Raw. No, you know what's going to happen? Either on Raw or on SmackDown. Either tomorrow night on SmackDown or Monday on Raw. You're going to have Becky and Charlotte in the ring together. Here, change your titles. Just like they did with the tag titles when the Street Profits and I think it was the New Day last year's draft. It's the last thing that needs to happen. But it's going to happen because it's WWE. Then the main event. So we've seen all this dissension where, Brock's saying, I think Paul Heyman looked over the contract already. Paul Heyman, are you with the bloodline? Yes, my tribal chief. Yes, my tribal chief. So as this match is going on, you just had a feeling something was going to be awry with Paul Heyman. So Paul's standing there on the side. The referee gets knocked down. Paul Heyman's standing there on the side of the ring. And got Brock Lesnar here. You got Roman Reigns here. You got Heyman standing here in the middle. Heyman throws the belt in the ring, smack dab in the middle. Looked straight in the ring and goes, you know what to do. Was he throwing it to Brock? Was he throwing it to Roman? So Brock picks the belt up. Roman takes it from him. About that time, the Usos come down. The Usos get involved. Start attacking him. Lesnar. Right before that, one of the first spots in the match, we had Brock standing on the apron. Roman did a Superman punch with Brock dropped down, and then Roman did his dive over the top rope onto Roman. And it's like, and then he did, I started counting this at this point. I'm like, okay, so we had 2 Superman punches, we had a spear. Lesnar went to go for a F5, or a spear and missed. Roman went to go for a spear and missed. No F5s that I remember seeing. And then we had that spot where Heyman getting him threw the belt in the middle between the two of them, with Usos come out and start attacking him. Then Charles Robinson got knocked out, and then Roman's covering him, and another referee comes out. Yeah, it was just a cluster healthy in there. And then Roman Reigns is still your Universal Champion. So is Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar or is he with Roman Reigns? We don't know. Really? So is Brock still going to be here? Are we going to have Brock versus Roman with Paul Heyman in a shark cage hung over the ring? Oh Lord, if that happens. Wow. So yeah, who knows? We hope, maybe, is it we hope or we want to, or maybe possibility of the end of the bloodline, the end of your tribal chief will be WrestleMania, Brock versus Roman. Or sorry, Rock versus Roman. Rumor has it they're saving that for WrestleMania 39 in LA. That's a year and 4 months from now. Somebody actually put that on Twitter, and I comment. I'm like, it's out. Roman Reigns, 903-day World Universal Champion. Can we do the tribal chief thing till then, and just have him beat everyone? What's the point? Because we know the outcome is Rock versus Reigns for being the tribal chief, because obviously they're family. The Roman Reigns will go over. Dunskies, I guess. I don't know how they end this at this point. But that's going to wrap up the review of WWE Crown Jewel 2021. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of it. If you agree, disagree with the ratings, something that you saw that I've missed, But again, I was doing other things during this, so it's like maybe there's things I did miss. I don't know. But yeah, Hell in a Cell was worth watching. The women's match was definitely worth watching. Drew McIntyre, Big E, yeah, it's a good match. It was worth watching. Other than that, the rest of it's okay. Probably the best Saudi show they've done in a while. Goldberg doesn't need to be there. Lesnar doesn't need to be there. But again, my opinion. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.